What up, War Beats fam? What up, Tux Beats fam? What up, my peoples in Russia? Y'all know who you are. Yo, it's your boy, mrthraz, coming back to hit you up and let you know what's going down. Check it out. I'd like to give you a review, and here's what the review is about. Sonivox sampler. This is from their player line, and it's directed squarely at hip hop heads who like to sample. You can tell that this is an attempt to break into Guru's market, and competition is healthy. I like to see that. I wanted to give it a shot and see what it was all about. Got a hold of it, got my code, and as all you know, I produce on Linux, and I haven't met a VST that doesn't have DRM in the kernel that won't run on my Linux box using Wine. So when I load it up, it's a surprise to me that it won't start because they have the paste copy protection. You know, those of you who are on Macintosh will recognize them as iLoc or iLoc or whatever they call themselves. Just evil draconian DRM. I mean, this DRM wanted access to my kernel, and Linux, being as safe as it is, was like, no, you can't make changes to the kernel. Forget that. So it wouldn't work on my Linux box. I call up Sonivox. I'm like, do you have a version without the DRM on it? Because I'd really like to use it on my platform. They basically say no. They don't even understand what I'm talking about. They're like, Wine? Why are you going to use it in Wine for your Macintosh? I'm like, I'm on Linux, man. They didn't get it. Anyway, look, I installed the thing on my laptop. I use it for 2 days. You know, first thing I notice about it when I do that, though, is that it's asking for the internet connection so they could verify my code, which ain't bad. Okay, go ahead, I'll do that. You know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but that was a little strange, you know, for somebody who's doing production to have to go online. But a lot of stuff does that. Adobe does that, you know, things like that. But anyway, I worked with it for a little while. I like it. I really like it. Look, it ain't Guru, but it's a really good software. First of all, something it does that Guru doesn't do is a straight sampler. And you know, you can sample right into it, right from your line in, right into it. So if you put it on a laptop and you know you're moving around town or whatnot, it's like your laptop and like Quark microcontrol or MPD-18 with a little 2-octave keyboard. You're good. You know, but let me tell you one of the things that really got me about the software also was that it's cheaper than Guru, and it allows you to do something that's, you know, kind of ingenious. You can go and select chords and then assign those chords to a pad, and so that you can go and play on your pads different chords and create really intricate melodies really easily. You know, this is great software. It's not blowing Guru out the water, but it does things that Guru don't have. This combined with Guru in you know, to me would be, you know, you don't even need a host to me with these two. You know, they're both standalone, Guru and Sampler. They would work out to me to be the ultimate dog as far as, you know, people looking for that hip hop sound. It comes with about 4 gigs of sounds. Not the greatest sounds in the world, but they ain't bad either. Lots of guitar sounds, lots of strings. But you know, it's decent. Let me tell you what really irked my nerves about it. I took it off my laptop, wiped it from my laptop, and put it on my Macintosh because I wasn't doing a lot of traveling. Put it on the Macintosh, and it worked. It started working. I started producing. Then I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm really about to start producing. So I turn off the Mac and take the Mac offline. And I normally don't produce on my Macintosh But because sampler was there, I was starting to, and I take sampler offline. I take the Macintosh offline because I really, really, hate things being online, my computer being online when I'm producing. I get the urge to get go online and do something, and it takes my mind away from what I'm doing, and I lose my groove. Or the computer starts doing something in the background, and it'll cause the program to hiccup. And that can make you lose your groove. So I disconnected from the internet. Um, so I did that. Sampler all of a sudden has a big headache. It's like, yo, it throws a pop-up screen at me talking about this is trial software. I'm like, trial? I put the code in. So I restart the machine, restart it again. Finally, I want to contact Sampler and let them know that their stuff is messed up. Reconnect to the internet. Oh, now all of a sudden it has no problem. I realize this is version control. Okay, so they want to do this version control thing, which is cool. I understand Adobe does it. A lot of people do it. Let me tell you why it doesn't make sense for uh, producers. Look, you can't do that. Producers, these days they have to produce on their laptops. They go to their clients' houses. They go to different studios on their laptops. What if there is no internet connection there, and I want to use your software, but I can't now because the trial has expired? What's wrong with you? Sampler, you've got some thinking to do. I'm serious. What if I have clients over? Because I have clients over quite frequently. Clients come to my house, they want to record. They don't have music of their own. They want me to produce something. Hip hop producers these days, we're like the in studio band at Motown, basically. That's what a producer does. If I want to sketch out some ideas for them real quick, Sampler's the perfect thing to do that with. What if during that time there's an internet blackout in my house? Not just my house, my neighborhood? What am I gonna do? These are the type of things you Sampler needs to think about, because it's great software. It ain't blowing Guru out the water, but I mean, this was only the first update. So imagine what it could have been. Unfortunately, I'll never find out, because this is what they've done to themselves. They've shot themselves in the foot in several different ways. First of all, Linux users who do production, we're a growing segment of the population. We grow by leaps and bounds. We're still not sizable. So maybe you're thinking, you know, we don't have to worry about that. That's not real money. Okay, you could think like that right now, but 5 years from now, that's going to be different, and you done locked out all of these people who could have been paying for your software as time went on. Okay, but you might not think about that as anything to worry about. All right, what about all these producers who have a mobile setup and can't get online whenever they want to? What about producers who don't like to produce while they're online? That's a lot of different people who would like to use your software and want to pay for it, who can't. But it's good software, so they are going to use it. But you know what you force them to do? They want your software, they're going to use it. You've got plenty of good reviews online about it. So now what's going to happen? People are going to wares the sonivox software, because that's the only way they're going to be able to use it reliably. You understand? You completely hurting yourself. You shot yourself in the foot. Being so greedy, you treated your customers like criminals. I mean, that's all I got to say on the subject. Sonivox, you're never getting any more of my money. I mean, and I suggest people watching this understand what's going on and how they're treating their customers. And I'm not buying another Sonivox product until they completely disassociate themselves with this company that's got this DRM. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm sitting here with a cardboard box. $140. Gotta be out your mind.